My name is Reyes Roberto García. Yo soy de Antonito, Colorado, which is in the extreme southern central San Luis Valley. And I've always come home to work on the ranches until my older brother retired. My older brother was the rancher. Well, in 1983, when he purchased this ranch where I live now, which is on the National Register of Historic Places, he said, I'll give you the house that's on the ranch, this massive adobe house, if you do all the irrigating, because he used to do the irrigating of the 400 acres. I said, sure. I went out and bought some irrigating boots and shovel and some plastic dams to put in the ditches or the acequias, but I'd never irrigated before. And I had not really thought very much about water until I went to his double wide and I knocked on his door and he answered it and I said, I'm ready to irrigate. Are you going to show me how? And he looked at me up and down, and he talked like this. He said, nobody showed me. And he closed the door. So I had to teach myself how to irrigate 760 acres all by myself. And that's when I began to love the land and love the water like never before. So what I did is I went to the river and opened up the head gate, and instinctually I put my hand in the water and blessed myself with the water and spoke to the sky and the clouds and the mountains and thanked creation for making this possible. And I said, I will do my best to bring life to the land. I remember the first time I went out there at night to check on that water that was along the driveway, about 10 acres. And it was perfectly smooth like a mirror. And I walked out into that field on the north side of the driveway, and it was so mirror-like, and the night was so dark, and there were so many stars that the stars in the sky were perfectly reflected in the water. And so it was like walking among stars. Can you picture that? That was when I really started to love water and the power of water to be able to make that kind of experience possible. And of course, the water and the sky are inseparable. And that was an example of that to me too. And the linkage between the earth and the stars, was facilitated by the mirroring of the water of the stars. So that was really memorable. I was really tired one afternoon, late afternoon, and I lay down in a field that was full of irises and bees, and I lay down and the sound of the bees just lulled me to sleep. And I had a dream. I dreamt that I was sleeping in the field, and I dreamt that I started to wake up hearing the sound of bees, and I felt a shadow over me. The coldness of the shadow. And in my dream, I woke up and opened my eyes, and there was a man standing over me, dressed in a big black hat and a black coat and black pants and a white shirt and a black string tie. And it was my grandfather. whom I never knew. He died long before I was born, who is Jose Amarante Garcia, who owned all this land during his lifetime. And he said, he bent over to me and he said, "Cómo es bueno ser aquí contigo. How good it is to be here with you." And then I woke up, and I was in the field, and it's like, wow, what a blessing. I must be doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.